Hi, Singles Collective, and welcome back, Pisces. Whether you are a Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or however Pisces may show up on your astrological natal chart, or in houses that focus on love and relationships, such as your seventh or your seventh or fifth house on your astrological natal chart, or other placements such as your Venus or your Juno, then these messages are for you. And today, Pisces, I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on who you may potentially be seriously dating next in 2025. But first, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you're interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, my credentials, learning more about my affordable Tier 1 or Tier 2 memberships on my Patreon platform, or if you're interested in buying the drops on my Patreon shop, focusing on exclusive content messages, or for those of you who would like to schedule a 20-minute private recorded reading, all that information is down below in the description box. For those of you who are my subscribers, my new viewers and visitors alike, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to our channel. I greatly appreciate it. As you know, these are all free channeled messages. And if you know people who you feel may benefit from them, then feel free to share my YouTube channel link with them. Remember to turn on your notification bell so you don't miss out new content upload or when I go live on my live stream. Now, Pisces, these messages, well, they're going to be long. This series is actually longer than my usual because I'm going to be channeling 6 questions, okay, answers to 6 questions, okay, so answers to 6 questions focusing on this person who you may potentially seriously date next in 2025. Okay, now if you look down below in the description box, you'll see the timestamps there. If they're not there right away, they will be eventually be placed there. Okay, so for those of you who may watch a little later, may watch a little too early, you know, like as soon as it comes out, it should be on there. But if it doesn't, I'll be putting them on later on. Okay, that being said, let's take a look at your first question here. Who is this potential person? And this question is, you know, solely about the person's personality, although there have been times where a lot more comes through. So let's see, who is this potential person, personality-wise, that you may seriously potentially date next? You have here time. Interesting. They have time and they have wisdom. Okay, so Pisces, this is coming across as someone who has taken either one or two things: time to heal until they feel they are at the peak of being ready to open up to a new connection or open up themselves to new partnerships, meeting people, and so forth. For others of you, I feel this is a person who tends to take their time. They don't rush into things. They like to analyze, to be sure, to assess, to observe, and that may be here that type of energy. Now, this is an oracle deck. It's not a a tarot deck, but because it's time and wisdom, the first card that pops up clairvoyantly for me with these two is seeing the Hermit card in tarot. Now, the Hermit card in tarot is ruled by Virgo. Virgo energy is analytical, logical, take their time, they assess, they think about things, they make sure. Okay, so there's this kind of like, fine tuning, until it's not in a place until they feel they're either ready to present something or ready to move to the next step. They actually won't until they are 100% sure within themselves. And I feel that this person may have those traits, okay? I'm also getting here, this person may have gone through a very long reflective period in their life where they have gained wisdom, okay? Because they also have here wisdom, asking questions. So wisdom is coming across as this person being reflective, having this soul-searching type of energy, looking through their past or recent past, because both of these Actually, 1, 2, 3 are looking to my left-hand side, which is the past or recent past. So this person could be very much focused on growth, could be focused on improvement. Maybe it's taken a long time for them to start either a project or have, to start. I'm getting some of them could be entrepreneurial, maybe building, or they may have built something, and whatever they built took time or has taken time. So I'm getting that sense of energy here within their personality here in regards to these two cards. Stability is important to this person. They may be the type of person who does ask questions, who reflects on what the answers are. I do feel that this person, and I'm just saying be careful, not in a negative way, but just an awareness type of way. Just be aware that this person, number 2, may have a sense of curiosity about you, okay? Or about certain things surrounding you, about what you do, about, I'm getting this curiosity type of energy, this type of inquisitive nature about them. So they will be the type of person, or they may be the type of person who, whatever you say, they'll remember it. They'll remember it, and they may ask you the same question again at a later time and date, and then they'll assess, is it the same thing that was said to them at the beginning when they first asked the question? So I am getting this sense of, observation or assessment type of energy in regards to this person. Let's see what else is coming through in regards to this person's personality. All right, let's see what's coming through. All right, and they have here hawk. I mean, watching like a hawk, analyzing like a hawk. A hawk energy is that of a bird. I mean, obviously, a hawk has very keen vision. Okay, so they're able to spot things very quickly. The hawks just don't swoop down and just take any type of prey. They're very selective on what they're going to choose and how they're going to strategize in order to get that. Okay, so I'm not saying that you're a prey or anything like that, but okay, so let's not read too much into that. What I'm saying is there are certain personality traits here that this person may have in regards to that analytical observation, assessment, assessing, watching, making sure, like I said, that Virgo energy, okay, looking for the truth, being introspective. I feel here that there's a sense of growing, not only just like self-development growth, but growing in wisdom as well. Okay, so there's a kind of like a inquisitive nature about this person. Hawk is also intuitive. Okay, so I'm also getting here intuitive, divine type of messages here. This person could, again, may be an intuitive person. They may get I'm getting here kind of like they get their messages through observation. Okay, so they may be clairvoyant, but they could also have this kind of claircognizance type of energy. It's like they know what they know, not because there are tangible proof, but they know it because they just, there's a clear thinking type of energy here in regards to this person. All right, let's see what else is coming through in regards to this person's personality, and then we're going to go to question number 2. Okay, so let's see who is this potential person's personality. Look at that, the wing wise ones. Again, bird energy. Again, okay, so this person doesn't have to be, but they could be an air sign. What is an air sign, or who are the air signs? Well, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. They could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius in their sun, moon, rising Venus, 7th or 5th house, which focuses on connections and relationships. They could have a Venus placement maybe having to do with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or they may have a Juno placement having to do with that. They could also just be, they could just have like a lot of air in their chart as well. Maybe it may not be those specific placements, but they may have air on their chart. So they may have like a lot of Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Okay. But it's coming across as this person, the reason why, I'm getting this like kind of like being overly, kind of watchful in a way, being observant, being, assessing situations, asking questions about them, asking you certain specific poignant questions here to get to know you. It's because this person gets their information through either claircognizance. It's like they just are able to download these messages within them. But I'm also getting that there is this sense of like something about communication with this person. So communication is an important way or an important tool on how they strengthen connections with people. It's like the more they know about you, the more they may start feeling comfortable around you or with you. Okay, so I'm definitely getting that type of energy. This person could also be intuitive because of this angelic help, it says here. Okay, angelic help. And again, there could be just downloads of information that they get. I just got downloads of energy, but I don't know. That may also be the case here for some of them. All right, let's take a look at question number 2. Question number 2 is, what will catch your eye about this potential person? Okay, so what could catch your eye? What could catch your attention having to do with this person here? What could be catching your attention in regards to this person? All right, harmony, the release of conflicts, the release of judgment. What could catch your eye about this person? By the way, I want to say this because it's coming through right now. For some of you, this may be a person that you may have known from the past or recent past. This is someone you could have had conflict with. There could have been a breakup, separation, or divorce at some point in time. And there's this sense of getting back together after a long time spent away from each other. Why am I saying that? Number one, because of harmony. And when I meditated on this deck, I wrote things in the bottom. And for this one, I wrote release conflicts and judgment. So there may be something here about this person being able, especially if this is a person from the past or recent past, them releasing those ideas, those perspectives, or layers of why there was a breakup, separation, or divorce. Another thing that I do want to mention is that this is a dove. Dove is about reconciliation. Dove is about mending, fixing, repairing. It's about apologies, accepting apologies, forgiveness. So accepting apology, asking for an apology. So this could be connected to this person. Okay, in regards to maybe this potential person, there could have been a connection or a misunderstanding at some point in time with this person, whether they were just a friend or whether this was a spouse, an ex-spouse, an ex-partner, an ex-connection, or however this may be. All right, so I'm definitely getting here this person being able to release the things from the past. Now, if you did not have a connection with this person in the past or recent past, this is coming across as someone who really likes to not have drama. They're not into the drama, and so that's going to catch your eye. You're going to notice that this person, look at that, they have truth. This is a person who really doesn't like drama. They like that kind of like, listen, they're not into arguing, they're not into like yelling, screaming, and dramatic, whatever. They're very much into, hey, listen, we have a problem, we have an issue, let's talk about it, let's get down to what the core issue is or the core problem. They do value truth, okay? They value integrity. I said this at the top of the reading, especially with these two cards up here that I was talking about, that hermit energy, okay? I said this person is, a truth seeker. They are very much into, soul searching, finding out, why this happened or what could make something better. Okay. And again, truth is very important in regards to this person. They're not into the type of person who, when they ask those important questions, because remember, they do have here wisdom, asking questions. And I did talk about that at the top of the reading, where this person may have this sense of curiosity, but that's how they get to know you. It's something about that it's important to them that when they do ask a question, that it is discussed about, because there's layers of observation, there's layers of assessment here, there's layers of them learning or figuring something out in regards to learning how to, work with you better, talk with you better, create a more of a rapport together. Okay. So I am getting here truth, and then of course under that I wrote not avoidance. Okay, so making sure that when they ask a question, I'm sorry, when they ask a question or when you ask a question, that it is discussed. Okay. That being said, let's take a look at question number 3. Okay, question number 3 is, how will this person show their interest towards you? Okay, so how will this person potentially show their interest towards you? All right. I want to say communication may be one of them. All right. So I wouldn't be surprised if that comes out. But I'm definitely getting here like communication is an important piece to this person showing their interest towards you. So there may be like long conversations, discussing something, kind of seeing your views or your perspectives here about something. So let's see how or what else comes through here in regards to how this person may show their interest towards you. I mean, look at that. Love language, affirmations. What are affirmations? Saying, beautiful things to each other, giving compliments, okay? Communication, speaking, okay? So they have here loving words hold great power. Again, I'm not surprised. I was feeling strong communication here being a vital piece in regards to this person getting to know you, and definitely here showing their interest towards you. So again, texts, phone calls, conversations, video chats, that energy is what's coming through here in regards to this person. They also have here holiday. So for some of them, traveling is important. Spending quality time together is important. It says enjoy a change of scenery to spice up your love life. They may be the type of person who enjoys traveling, who enjoys, taking a little bit of an R&R. It doesn't have to be abroad or anything like that, but it could be. It could be a person who's like, hey, listen, I like, there's some weekends I just like to get out of this town or this city or this state and just go somewhere else to enjoy or relax or, be able to connect with myself. Like, especially if they live in a city, they may say, there are times I just enjoy the quiet time. And sometimes it may be reversed. If the person lives in a more kind of suburban type of rural type of quiet place, they may be the type of person who's like, what? Sometimes I like going to the city. Sometimes I like the busy life, but then I like to come back to the quiet moment, right? So again, there's this energy here of vice versa in regards to that. So maybe traveling may be important, spending quality time together is important, and that's how you're going to know they're interested in you, because they make and take the time to connect with you. And to, to either visit you visit them, have date nights. Again, look at that harmony. And I'm not surprised, and I'm saying again, because it came out for question number 2, which is what is going to catch your attention about them. Harmony. I told you this person is about peace. They don't like the to rock the boat, and they're not really into dramatic situations. They like calm, cool, collected people, and I feel that is how they're going to show you their interest towards you, when there's this sense of like calmness either within them or the calmness in which they approach certain topics of conversation, or how they may approach conversations or perspectives that may be of opposing views. You know what I mean? So harmony here is about that, but this is also the Lover's card in tarot, by the way. So in this deck, harmony is the Lover's card in tarot, okay, which is why you see two people staring each other, and just holding hands, okay, and just having that deep sense of connection here. And how are you going to know this person is interested in you? It could be the way they may touch you, the way they may look at you, the way that they're able to communicate without words. So it's the aura, the rapport, the energy. And want to remind you here, again, going back to what I was feeling here at the top of the reading in regards to this person's communication, is that the Lover's card in tarot is ruled by Gemini, and Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury rules or influences areas of communication or clear-minded focus or clear thinking. So this person could have a strong Mercury placement. What does that mean? They may have Virgo in their Mercury, they may have Gemini in their Mercury, okay, because that is the manner in which how they communicate, how they talk. It could be verbal, it could be non-verbal. Okay, so again, communication is coming up for this person. They may be deeply intuitive. I talked about that. Validation confirmation here with the hawk. This person may listen to the words, but they also listen to the energy. Okay, because I feel this person has this perception that energy holds a lot of weight in what a person says, okay, and how their words and energy meet. Okay, so there's this kind of, again, assessing is what I'm also getting here. Okay, so that's how they're going to show their interest towards you here. Okay, that being said, let's take a look at the next question, and that's question number 4, and that is how will this potential person, hold on, woo, how will this flipped over, but how will this potential person, where am I? Okay, how will this potential person want to navigate this relationship? And what I mean by that is the speed of their energy in regards to dating you. Is it someone who's going to want to move quickly, or is it someone who's going to want to move slowly? We'll see what comes through here. Okay, this is like, all right, there we go. All right, I feel like it's going to get stuck to me, so I'm just going to move these. Actually, let me just move this one over. How about that? There we go. All right, so this is number 4. Question number 4. How will this person navigate this relationship with Pisces? Let's see. We have here, stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. And validation confirmation yet again. Why am I saying that? Look at this person. If you know what the Hermit card in tarot looks like, the traditional deck, because the contemporary decks have different, designs on them, different illustrations of the Hermit. But if you look at the traditional Hermit card in tarot, it is a hermit, a person who has a cape, who has a beard. It's white. They have a staff. They have a lantern, okay? Or they have a lantern. It's giving me that energy. And what energy is that? Well, guess what? The Hermit card in tarot is ruled by Virgo, which I just mentioned a little while ago, okay? And at the top of the reading. So there you go. Here we go again. Why am I mentioning that? Well, because Virgo is an earth sign. And Taurus is an earth sign. So is Capricorn. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn are earth signs. And earth signs in tarot are symbolized by Pentacles energy. And if you know anything about that Pentacles energy, it's a slow moving energy. So I feel that this person is going to take their time. They're going to move into this connection step by step. And here, look, there it says stepping into power. They're going to take their time moving along in this connection with you. Why? Well, because like I said, I'm getting that this person is either in it for the long haul. They really want to be sure about whom they connect with, because they maybe they had a situation, circumstance, event, or a breakup, separation, or divorce that has, in a way kind of made them more aware about the importance of rapport, connection, intuition. And, that takes time. Okay. Friendship takes time. So this person may have this energy of making sure that those important, valuable points are at the forefront and are the foundation of the connection before they move further along into something a little bit more serious. Okay. So that being said, let's see. Guess what? They have here, bring love into the situation. So how are they going to navigate this relationship? What energy? Well, they're going to be thinkers. I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to be a person who's going to analyze and who's going to think their way through the connection. Well, Aquarius, as I mentioned at the top of the reading, is an air sign. And remember, I did mention that before when I was talking about the hawk. So and also not only the hawk, but they also have the winged wise one here, again with bird here, a white dove, and also more birds here with harmony. So communication is going to be important. Swords is also part of communication as well, like speaking the truth. And so I feel here that there's this sense of thinking about things, thinking about what has been spoken, thinking about the things that haven't been spoken yet. Being aware about what you're thinking and how you're thinking, and does your line of thinking kind of flow and connect with their ideals and their perspectives. And that's the type of energy that I'm getting here in regards to this person. And I feel it has a lot to do because they really want to make the right choice, or a good decision. All right, let's take a look at the next question. And that is, what is this potential person's outlook in regards to romance, love, or dating? So how do they view, what's their perspective like in regards to romance, in regards to love, in regards to dating? Let's see what comes through here in regards to this person's thought pattern. Look at that. Temperance. Guess what? Temperance is not fast-moving energy. Temperance is all about taking time, having the patience, being able to combine two things into one. It's about balance. It's about harmony. Okay, the Temperance card in tarot is ruled by Sagittarius, so there's this sense of patience in the balance of something, patience in the combination of something. And why is that important? Well, especially if this person is looking for a serious relationship, it's going to be important to them to know how you live your life, and if the flow of the way you live your life, well, does it complement their flow of how they live their life? So again, you have one person here, this is you, another person here, this is them, and how do these two energies, or two people who may lead very different lives, how do they complement one another? Okay, so again, it's bringing two things that may be different and creating this sense of alchemy. How can we bring these two together? And that's their focus here in regards to the type of connection that they want to have. They want to be able to see, is there a compatibility between myself, meaning them, between themselves, and whomever it is that they are speaking to, which in this case, Pisces is you. So they're looking at that. They're looking at that, meshing of perspectives. Okay. It doesn't mean, now listen carefully, it doesn't mean that you have to agree with everything. No, that's not what this means. It means that this person has the ability to be open-minded, to hear different perspectives, and even if they're is, or there are different ways of viewing something, that they allow that free speech to occur in the connection. So it's they welcome different perspectives. It may not be the same as theirs, but they at least are able to listen to it. And so I'm getting this type of diplomacy type of energy, okay? One that's very common in the traits of Libra, okay? So that sense of, again, diplomacy, being able to agree to disagree, okay? Let's take a look here at what else is coming through in regards to what's their love and romance mindset. So what mindset? Ooh, look at that. I trust my inner wisdom has popped out. Okay. Very interesting. I told you this person is coming across as a person who's very intuitive. It's not only about the communication that is spoken, but it's the communication of gestures, of energy, that's important or will be important to this person. I accept and love my body. They have a good sense of self-worth. So again, this could be this sense of assurance that I'm getting in regards to this person, especially, when it says here, stepping into your power. This person can have a very powerful, confident way about themselves. It's as if they are sure. They have a high self-esteem, okay? They're confident, okay? Confident and cocky are two different things. Confident and arrogant are two different things. So it's not the same. It's not that they're arrogant. It's just that they're confident in what they are either assessing, observing, talking about. They may be knowledgeable in something. This person could be intelligent. And again, intelligence, comes in different ways. Okay. So there's a certain sense of intelligence here that they have in something that is important to them. So I accept and love my body. It says you are strong beyond measure. Okay. So again, there is this energy of them being in their power or feeling like, I am confident to move forward in my life and create. Now, they do have here, I trust my inner wisdom. So again, intuition is going to be important. They, to them, it's like they listen to that. They listen to the unspoken energy, between them and whomever they are speaking to or getting to know. So it's very important to them that this rapport, that this energetic ebb and flow, this energetic flow here between themselves and the person they are connecting is one of ease. It's one of respect. It's one of being able to, embrace it, not to have to be talking all the time, but to be able to be comfortable in those moments that it is silent, okay? And be able to kind of, in a way, be able to tune in to that intuitive energy that may be present here when they are in the presence of someone else. So again, I'm getting that to be very, very important. They could be very community. They could be community. They may have a mindset of community, is what I mean to say, because there is a B here, and Bs are about helping others. It's about community. It's about everyone contributing to a whole and to harmony. Okay, in order for the bees to be together, they all have roles, they all have their strengths, they all have, their jobs, so to speak. So there's something here about this person being able to see the value of everyone's uniqueness within either connections, community, teams, and things of that nature. Pisces, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and I hope to see you either on my Patreon platform or to see you on my lives, okay, on my live stream. All right, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.